Hello, movie lovers. Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I am bringing you my November Blu-ray, DVD, 4K Ultra HD, and Steelbook collection update. So before I get into the movies, I just wanted to let you guys know that I should be posting soon my holiday gift guide, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of movies and gift sets, and I'm going to have some giveaways, so make sure you guys check that out when I post it. So I typically like to do these videos. Whoever sent me the most stuff gets priority. I think Warner Brothers kind of won this month, whether or not they sent me the most stuff. So let's get into it. I'm going to try to share my thoughts with this stuff with you guys as well. So first up, they sent me The Big Bang Theory, the complete series. I did post an unboxing of this, and I did review it in my weekly shopping guide. It's a cool set, definitely. $200, or it's been around $175, $180. So it's a little spendy, but if you break it down, I mean, 12 seasons, $200 is not terrible. Less than $20 a season, all on Blu-ray and digital, and you get it in a collectible book, and you get a collectible episode guidebook. So pretty cool set overall. I've shared my thoughts on Big Bang Theory lots of times. I definitely like the show. I'm not as big a fan as some people, but I definitely enjoyed the show for sure. Next up, they sent over Batman Beyond the complete series. Now this is the deluxe edition. They are going to be releasing a standard version without the extras. I did post an unboxing of this one as well. It includes this exclusive Funko Pop Chrome Batman or something like that. Can't remember what they called it. And it has some lenticular cards with it as well as I think it was 3 seasons of the Batman Beyond show. Interesting show. It's definitely a much different time in the late 90s. The music definitely shows a lot different animation style. It's a lot simpler, but it's about this kid who becomes Batman after Batman retired. It's a pretty cool show, although it doesn't have a lot of the standard characters you see in Batman. I definitely enjoyed it. They also sent over The Kitchen. Now this was a kind of mobster movie with a female-led cast instead of a male cast, about these women who their husbands go to jail, and the mob says they're going to take care of them, but they kind of do, but they're like, well, this is enough money to get by on, so they kind of start their own money protection type thing. It was okay. I liked it. I didn't think it was great. I actually liked Melissa McCarthy in this a lot more than any of her other movies. It's interesting, but, at the same time, it's just another kind of mob movie. It didn't really stand out in any way to me. They also sent over just the 12th season of The Big Bang Theory. If you're a fan of the other seasons, this one just keeps going right along with them. The first couple episodes I really liked, and then I thought there was kind of like a lull in the middle, and then, they kind of had an ending to it. To me, I would have liked something a little bigger to happen for the finale. It was an okay season. I didn't love this season, but I thought it was good. It definitely had its funny moments, but I just wasn't extremely thrilled with the ending on that one. They also sent over Blinded by the Light. Now this was about this kid who's kind of like rebelling against his family because his dad wants him to be in finance or something, and he wants to be a writer. And he one day finds the music of Bruce Springsteen, and it changes his life forever. Based on a true story, which to me was kind of funny that was based on a true story. It's definitely an interesting movie, but again, with this one too, I don't feel like it's anything extremely new. Definitely worth checking out, though. All right, now Paramount sent over the Galaxy Quest Steelbook. What was this, 20th anniversary edition? I hadn't seen this movie probably since it originally came out, and it's about these group of people who are in the show Galaxy Quest, and they're kind of parodying Star Trek and Star Wars fandom, and they like go to conventions and stuff, and then there's these aliens come, and they're like, oh, they think the Galaxy Quest show was real, and they want them to come win their war for them. And it's a fun movie, definitely a lot of fun, and I feel like it really kind of walks the line between, kind of making fun of and really just having a loving relationship with, like I say, the Star Trek fans and the Star Wars fans. Definitely a fun movie for sure. I did post an unboxing of that one. Paramount also sent over Yellowstone Season 2. Loved season 1. I was definitely excited to get into season 2, and I felt like it started strong and then it kind of went into a little bit of a lull, and I kind of felt like they were really pulling back on this one. But then just the last couple episodes are insane. And the last episode, like, it's like shocking, you know. Great show about kind of the wild, wild west of Montana, I guess. I don't know. Check that one out for sure, guys. It's a really cool one. Paramount also sent over Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Now, this is a live action Dora where she's grown up more and more like a teenager. They start when she's a kid, and then they quickly jump into her as a teenager, and her parents are lost or kidnapped or something, and she has to go find them, and they're in this jungle. And, you know, it kind of had a lot of stuff from the show. They incorporated into it really well, and I thought it was really fun. And I really like this one, but I mean, it makes sense, but I feel like this is probably going to be more something your children will enjoy. A lot of child humor and stuff like that, but it's definitely something adults could get into. But I think it's more for children. Paramount also sent over Catch-22. Now, I believe this is just kind of like a mini series. I don't think this was a season. It was on Hulu, and it's about these bomber pilots and bombers and everything in World War II, and about this guy who's like trying as hard as he can to get out. He doesn't want to be there. He's like, I'm gonna die. I gotta get out, and he's trying to find a way out. And it's definitely super well acted, well produced. I really enjoyed this one, guys, and it's not too long, 4.5 hours, so it's definitely something you could watch in a couple days. Check that one out for sure. Last up from Paramount, they sent over Official Secrets. This was an interesting movie about this woman who worked in the England's, I can't remember what they called it. It's like the CIA. I don't remember exactly what they called it, but they get this memo that they're supposed to find information about UN delegates that could be used to pressure them into okaying a war with Iraq. Now, based on a true story, obviously, and this one woman, she's like, this isn't right, we shouldn't be doing this, and she leaks it, and the government's after her. Definitely a very interesting movie. Check that one out, guys. Lionsgate sent over Universal Soldier for the first time on 4K, the Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren movie, where they are soldiers in the Vietnam War, I believe, and they're both killed, and then they're entered into this Universal Soldier program. It's one of those ones where they kind of try to take away their humanity and make them these kind of like killing machines, but their memories keep interrupting them, and they kind of just go back to the people they were. It's definitely an interesting movie. I can't remember. I wasn't like super impressed with the 4K quality. At the beginning when they're in jungle, it was really good, but the rest to me, I don't know, it didn't look that great. But it's a pretty cool movie. 4K, I'm not sure it's necessary. Next up, Lionsgate sent over 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. Now, this is the sequel, I believe, to 47 Meters Down. In name, really, only. I don't think the stories are in any way related, except for these 4 girls. They end up going like underwater venture in these underwater caves or like an ancient civilization. And when they get down there, they find a shark and they get trapped, and the shark tries to kill them all. And it was a cool movie. I definitely liked it. The only thing I didn't like was, they're on all these scuba suits and masks and whatnot. And I was just like, if somebody died, I was like, who was that? Who's still left? Who just, I couldn't ever figure out who was who. Terrible with names, so I forget their names very quickly, but it was a small annoyance. I thought this was a pretty cool movie, as well as ones too where they kind of have like a ton of false endings, and the sharks just always keep coming back. Some great jump scares in this one as well. Check this one out, guys. All right, last 2 things Lionsgate sent over. They sent over Ancient Aliens Season 11, Volume 2. I believe it was an accident. I'm not sure why. And they also sent over Season 12, Volume 1. If you guys haven't seen Ancient Aliens, it is a show where they kind of investigate and talk to experts and stuff about these different theories, like ancient Mayans and Egyptians and underwater and Lost City of Atlantis and all these things that could possibly be alien related. I always get super interested in these. I love watching these kinds of shows. So if you guys are into possible UFO research and whatnot, check that out. Mill Creek Entertainment sent over both Ultraman Geed and Ultraman Orb. I did unbox both of these, and they're just continuations of the Ultraman series, except for much more modern. I can't remember off the top of my head now the years. I don't know. It probably says on here somewhere. But these were I think these were both made within the last 5 years. So definitely a lot better visually than the other ones they've released. The same kind of thing where it's just these Ultramen superhero things fighting these kaijus. To me, these shows felt a little more kind of kid to teenage would be their kind of demographic they'd be after on these. They're still cool. I just feel like they don't really appeal as much to an adult as they would to, like I say, a teenager or a child. Just kind of the way the stories are, and they have a lot of teenage actors and stuff like that. But if you guys are into Ultraman, don't miss those. Mill Creek also sent over the complete series of The King of Queens. Now, I did post the unboxing of this one. You know, it's a little disappointing. They've just got the discs and these little sleeves in here. There's no binding, no kind of book or anything. It's just sleeves inside of a box, which is a pretty disappointing way to put a collection together, but it does allow them to keep it at a very budget-friendly price for 9 seasons, I believe it is. 9 seasons, 207 episodes. You know, I was always a fan of this show. I thought Kevin James was hilarious in this, and of course it has Jerry Stiller, Leigh Remini, and you know, some other good supporting actors. It's a fun show about this guy who's like a delivery driver, and his wife is way too hot for him. Oh wait, that's every Kevin James thing. But you know, it's a good show. I definitely like this show. The box, I'm not a fan of. All right, last thing from Mill Creek Entertainment, they sent over the 2011, I believe it is, The Thing. And this is a movie about these people in Antarctica, and they find this underground ship, or I can't remember what it is. They find something underground, and it lets out this kind of entity thing that's kind of like taking over their bodies, and they're all suspicious of each other, like you could be it, and they're all trying to kill each other. It's a cool movie. I definitely like this one. I haven't seen the original though, so I can't really compare it to that. Dark Sky Films sent over Bliss. Now, I had gotten a screener when this hit theaters, and I got to check it out again on Blu-ray. I liked it a little more my second time around, understood it a little better my second time around. I don't know if you guys get like that. Sometimes you maybe miss something, or you just, you know, you don't understand completely the first time, you watch it the second time, and it's all much more clear. But this is kind of a modern vampire tale about this woman who is a painter, and she's kind of just struggling to get by, and she starts doing a lot of drugs and drinking and stuff, and at some point she's turned into a vampire, and it just gets real crazy, real gory. Pretty cool movie though. Welgo USA sent over Divine Fury. Now, this movie was about this guy who, his dad was a cop and he's killed, and his mom had died, and they're Christian, and he kind of stops having faith, and then he becomes like an MMA fighter, and then somehow, and I don't know if I watch it again or maybe I missed something, he gets like involved in doing these exorcisms, and he has this power to like get demons out of people. That was an interesting exorcism movie. I typically don't get too into exorcism movies, but this was worth checking out. I believe this one had English dubbing on it as well. And Sony sent over the 25th anniversary of The Swan Princess. I had never seen this one. It's kind of a musical cartoon about this girl who's turned into a swan, and she can only at certain points turn back into the princess, and she has to she wants this guy to fall in love with her and marry her, and it was interesting. I definitely feel like it's more of a kid movie though, for sure. The last thing sent to me for review was Christmas Lights 3 Winter Wonder Lights. Now, this was I don't know if it was like an hour and a half, something like that, where they just have video of houses with Christmas lights, and they'll kind of pan across the house and show close-ups of the different decorations, and then they have jazzy Christmas music playing in the background. Kind of a cool thing, you know, if you just put it on a TV at a party or whatever. Either you could do it with the music, or you could turn the music off, or whatever you want to do. I think it's just a fun thing to have in the background. Are you going to want to watch this a bunch of times? Probably not. But like I say, if it's just kind of something to put in the background, it's interesting. All right, now for my purchases. Best Buy actually had a deal here on the Sleepaway Camp Blu-ray. It was the only one I was missing. Of course, it didn't have a slipcover. I don't know if just the standard version's out of print, but the slipcovers are out of print. And I mean, you could pay like $100 for them on eBay. I remember I had tried to buy one, and then somebody bought it before me or something. I really wish I had the slipcover. I do have the slipcover on the other two, but like I think this was like $16 or $17, and I had some rewards. I had to spend like $3 on it. I do have them all on DVD, but I definitely wanted to finish off my Blu-ray collection. From Epic Pictures, I did buy Red Letter Day, and this had an alternate artwork. But I think, well, I probably recorded unboxing. I don't know if I ever posted it. I haven't seen the movie. From Vinegar Syndrome, I did buy this Amityville, The Cursed Collection, and I did record an unboxing video. Unfortunately, I haven't posted it. I haven't watched any of the movies yet. I just haven't had any time, guys. Crazy work schedule. So I'm trying to, hopefully this month, catch up on a lot of stuff. I also purchased NCIS Season 15. For some reason, this was on sale for like $7.50 at Walmart. So I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. Also picked up the 4K of Spider-Man Far From Home. Unfortunately, I did it before the Black Friday. Although it was only, like 15 or something like that. I remember it was kind of cheap, but I think it went even cheaper on Black Friday. I think Amazon had Braven with Jason Momoa down to like $5. So I decided to pick that one up. It wasn't a movie that I was super interested in, but for $5, I figured it was worth checking out. Now for my Steelbook purchases. I picked up the Hobbs and Shaw Steelbook. Unfortunately, I have not got to watch that yet. And all the Steelbooks should have unboxing videos up for those. Moana 4K Steelbook. Love that Steelbook. The Princess and the Frog 4K Steelbook. Popstar Steelbook. I believe that unboxing is up. I haven't opened this one yet, but I did get the RoboCop Steelbook. Hopefully I'll be posting an unboxing of that soon. Star Trek Discovery Season 2 Steelbook. Should be an unboxing of that up. Another one that unfortunately I have not got to watch yet. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark 4K Steelbook. Big Hero 6 4K Steelbook. Tangled 4K Steelbook. And Zootopia 4K Steelbook. Now we will get to the Black Friday. I know a lot of people were hitting up Dollar Tree. I did not have any time, guys. And plus, I don't think I really need to buy any of the crap they have at Dollar Tree. I know this time they did actually get some good movies, but I think I owned them all anyways. I have so many movies to watch. It's like, I know they're $1, but I don't know. Whatever, So I didn't pick up a lot for Black Friday. I didn't do a Black Friday video. I was tired and sick, and I just didn't want to do a video. And I didn't pick up that much. Now, was it that I was so tired and worn out and annoyed with all the people? Or was it that the sales weren't that good? Or was it that the stock wasn't that good? Or was it just that I had everything? I don't know. When I went to, I don't know how your guys' Walmart was. I went to a different Walmart than I usually go to. Got there 20, 30 minutes before the sale started. Got in the movie line. It was already across the whole store. I was like, why is there so many people here already? I thought this Walmart was a little bit out of the way, but I think there's a lot of subdivisions around there. So maybe a lot of those people were going, but a huge line. People were taking forever. I mean, the displays only have so many movies. They're just like staring at them. And I'm like, oh my God, just move. If you want anything, grab it. I mean, you don't have to just stare at it all day. And by the time I got to the end, I had like 3 movies, and I was like, oh, this is stupid. And then I ended up going to Best Buy, and that was it. I drove by Target. The parking lot was full. I was exhausted. I'm going home. I usually hit like 2 or 3 Walmarts, Best Buy, and Target. Target usually doesn't have that good of deals, though. And even over the weekend, I was just so worn out. I didn't want to even go see what Walmart had left. So some of my pickups are like from online. That's another thing too. I had already ordered some stuff through Best Buy and Amazon. I'm not sure if I have everything yet, and I'm not going to try to remember where I got it or what I paid, but this is what I got, guys, for the Black Friday deals. Finally picked up a Simple Favor. I would have liked to have the 4K, but I think this was down to like $6. I did see this one in theaters, and I believed I reviewed it after I saw it in theaters. It was definitely a cool movie. I didn't 100% like the ending, but it was based on a true story, so they didn't have a lot of room to work on that one. I also picked up Love, Simon. I don't know what this is, but it was like $3 or $4, so I picked it up. Got Mayan Season 1. I haven't seen this one. I don't really know much about it. It's kind of funny. I don't know if I shared this story, but I actually got invited to the release party for this when the season released, and I didn't realize that I was agreeing to go to the release party in California. And not only do I not live in California, but I was actually on vacation in Iowa, so it was a very long ways away from California. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I look forward to seeing you at the thing." And I was like, "Oh, did I say I would go? Whoops." So I explained I wouldn't be able to go, but it was just kind of, I was like, "Oh crap, what do I do?" Also picked up The Hustle, a movie that I really wasn't too excited for, but it was down to like $10 and it had the slip, and it's supposed to be kind of like a spiritual successor to Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. So I decided to pick it up, not expecting a lot. I also picked up Miss Bala. This wasn't a terribly good deal. I think it was like $15. They ended up lowering it, I think, later on Amazon. But my wife wanted to check it out, had the slip, decided to pick it up. I picked up Yesterday on 4K. It was a pretty good deal. I don't know if I even ever saw a trailer for this one, but I decided it was pretty cheap, 12 or 13, so I picked it up. Got Prodigy. I did watch this one and review it already. Definitely an interesting movie, and it was kind of about, was it about a ghost or something? Or some kind of possession or something, but it had a little bit of a spin to it. Definitely, I like that one. I picked up Nancy Drew. Unfortunately, I think this one only has the Blu-ray. It doesn't have DVD or digital, I don't think, on that one. Picked up Ma for only $10. Unfortunately, didn't have the slipcover. I thought about buying one with the slipcover because that's got a pretty cool slipcover. I saw this one in theaters, guys. It was okay. It wasn't really what I was expecting. I didn't love it. I did like it, but definitely not exactly what I was expecting on that one. I got The Freaks and Geeks, the complete series. Now, I had watched this not that long ago, I think, on Netflix or Amazon or something. They had it available. It was an interesting show. It definitely has a lot of great young talent who became kind of comedic stars. Interestingly, it has the original broadcast aspect ratio and new widescreen presentation, because there's only 18, I believe it's 18 episodes or something, so that's why there's like all these things in here. And I don't know if that is a load of extra stuff, so like a special features disc on there too. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. I picked up The Stuber 4K. Love this movie when I watched it. It was so funny. The story was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular, but the movie is hilarious. Definitely laughed out loud a lot on that one. Missing Link. I did see this one already too. It was okay. I didn't love it, but it was down to like $7 or $8 or something. Definitely interesting. Might let my daughter watch that one. Picked up Widows. I did watch this one as well. It was an interesting movie where these women, their husbands are like bank robbers or whatever, and they end up getting killed, I think it is, and then they got to start robbing banks to make money. It was interesting for sure. It was cheap enough. Pick it up. Picked up 5 Feet Apart. I didn't see this one, but it was where these two people had this disease and they couldn't come within 5 feet of each other, but they fall in love or something. I thought I'd check it out. And the last thing I got was The Upside. It's cheap, had the slipcover. Definitely wanted to check it out. I'm not expecting a ton out of it. It definitely got some conflicting reviews, but I definitely want to check that out. So that is everything I picked up, guys. If you guys picked up any of this stuff, what'd you guys think of it? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Be sure to come back and check out that holiday gift guide. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the suggested videos. And for more movie news, check out my website, bobsmoviereview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.